我跟你讲 boy， 你看啊，那个 omega CDI 的，对不对？对 ，omega CDI 有一个，对 ，omega omega CD ICD D 也是一个 omega 2 and they are related because omega C and omega D 是那个 rigid body 是一样的，对不对？啊 omega CD 是他们的。Yes, the rigid body. Sorry, okay. I try to learn other languages, but it's not. My Korean is okay, but I don't think I will read. Okay, I go for it. Okay, you good go? Good. Okay. Now, let's do another problem. Okay, and this problem is one of the most difficult. Always. Okay. You all agree I do difficult problem on Mickey Mouse stuff? Difficult. We do difficult. Yes. Then when you see, we finished vibration already, right? And we thought we are all going to die. Right? We all finished vibration already. Okay, we are going to do this problem. This one I'm not going to do is Mickey Mouse stuff. Okay. We are going to do this problem over here. And this problem is in your homework. Okay. Okay, so let's see what we are given. I'll share with you guys a secret. The last time I taught this was 5 years ago. Okay. Whatever I teach you now, I cannot recall. I'll tell you that. But my every weekend from 6 to 12, what do? I read the textbook. Are we clear? Okay. So now you're aware that I gave you some extra problems to look at, yes or no? Are you aware? So if I were to go on Avenue to Learn, right? So if you look at week 7, okay, if you look at week 7, I think it's week 7. If you look at week 7, I post down here extra examples. Okay, so this extra example is not for you to just see. Are we clear? Right? This work example are for you to apply what I taught you to see whether you can understand and give you somewhat some confidence. Are we clear? Okay. How I can do very complex problem because I need to have that confidence source. If I don't have confidence, when I teach you, what will it become? You will have no confidence at all. So I'd like to thank you for your question yesterday. Okay, really like, hey, she wants to see how it worked the other way. I better show it. I think it's really, really important. Okay, now let's look at this problem now. Okay, this problem in this, yes. Tell you what I did not tell you. I got nothing to hide. Okay, I'm the Kung Fu master that teach you everything. Okay, if there's 15 steps, I'll teach you all 15. I'm not like ancient Kung Fu master to teach you 14 because I teach you all, you can kill me. Okay? Right. Okay. If the rod AB is rotating with an angular velocity omega A is equal to 3 radians per second, determine the angular velocity of the rod CD at the instant shown. Okay. So for this case, in your homework, I want you all to use instantaneous center. For this case, I'm going to use instantaneous center. Yes. It's okay. I have to go through this silly. So there are two orientations that we know. Okay, so we have to find, okay, we have to find, or we have, so what we are going to find is we are going to find what is omega CD. Okay, so question for you, okay, if point AB rotate clockwise, sorry, anti-clockwise, what do you think will happen to CD? Same direction. By the way, have you all learned this in 2D yet? Or is it 2D? Have you all learned linkages yet? Have you all learned this is called linkages? Have you all learned linkages yet in 2D? So when do you all learn linkages? What subject you all learn chem? Huh? So you all don't learn linkages at all in second year?
Well, they learned it later in the semester.
Oh, later. Later. So thank you for, so we know that omega CD will go this way, yes or no? Right, this is our orientation. So with that, we have to sketch our VB and VC direction to determine the instantaneous center. Agree? So it is pretty straightforward to sketch because we know that VB is going to be heading this direction. So we know that this is our what? VB. How many of you have problem visualizing that is going to be your VB? I know the orientation. I don't know the length yet. Okay, so we know that this is how many degrees? This is 90 degrees. Okay, then I'm going to project a green line. Whenever I project a green line, the purpose is to determine the orientation, the position of the instantaneous axis. So this is the line I'm going to project. Okay, because the line to identify the instantaneous center, the line to draw is perpendicular to what? VC. Then we are going to find, sorry, that's VB. Then we're going to find our VC. So now VC, we know it has to be perpendicular, wrong color. It has to be perpendicular. I try to sketch perpendicular first, okay? Let me use a blue line. Your sketching is important for this method. Okay, then I'm going to, come on. Sorry. Hey, don't do that. Aye. Then I'm going to rotate this by 90 degrees. So we know, what do we know? We know that over here, right? This direction over here, this will be our VC. Okay, we know that is our VC. So I'm going to get rid of this one. So I'm going to project another green line to look at our instantaneous center. So from here, we have identified this point as our instantaneous center. Okay, we have and found that line to be our instantaneous center. Okay. So first of all, we have to in order to find what we are going to find is we are going to find. So let's look at the solution part. We want to know what is VC. Okay, we want to know what is VC because VC is equal to omega CD times by distance CD. Right? Times by the distance CD. And we know that distance CD is equal to 4. Okay, we know note that CD is equal to 4 feet. So the unknown is your VC and your what? Omega CD. Okay. So the next thing we want to do now, okay? So we know IC. So there are things that, so we know that this is our instantaneous center, right? So we need to find VB first. Okay, we need to find VB first. Why find VB first is because of this. We know this is our instantaneous center. Later on, if we found our BIC and our, so if we find our BIC, let me, if we find this is our BIC, and this distance over here is your CIC, right? Then we can find the velocity at point C. Right? Why? Because no, right? Once we form that, we know what do we know? We know that omega, we know that omega BIC, right, is equal to omega CIC. Okay, because it is we use those 3 points to plot our what? Instantaneous what? Center. Okay. So from here, we find our VB first. So to find our VB, so VB is equal to 2 feet. Okay, we don't need to convert. So it's equal. Let me write up the formula first. So omega AB multiplied by AB. So this will be equal to 3 multiplied by 2. So this is equal to 6 feet per second. Now there are a lot of angles that we don't know. Okay, I have not a clue what is this angle over here, right? We don't know what is this angle over here. We don't know what is this angle over here. And we also don't know what is this angle over here. Wait, do we know that one? We don't know. Do we know? Is it 90? No, we don't know. Okay, so a lot of stuff we don't know. So we have to find all these angles. Okay, so the only thing we know, okay, now I'm going to make this look kind of messy, but it's not that bad. I'm going to draw a orange line on the horizontal. Let's see what do we know. Okay, and we can draw the vertical line. Okay, and why I draw it this way, because those information we can find. Okay, I'm going to draw a horizontal line here, and then I'm going to draw a line over here. Okay, so I'm going to call this point our point E, right? I'm going to call this point our point F, and I'm going to call this point our point G. Okay, so let me write better. Okay, I need all those points. Why I need all those points? Because I need to associate them with all the what? With all the angles. So let's find the distance. So this is just really straightforward math. I will just do it over here, okay? So we know that AG or tangent 45 or cos 45 will be equal to what? So the 45 cos 45 is AG divided by 2, right? So therefore AG is equal to 2 divided by cos 45. So 2 divided by cos 45 is equal to 2 point. Yeah, I don't know why I put divide. Okay, 2 cos 45. Okay, so cos 45 times 2 is 1.414. So by knowing that, we also know that BG is also equal to 1.414 inches. Okay. So the next thing that I like to identify is distance CF. Okay. So sine 60 will be equal to CF. Is it in feet? Oh yeah, it's in feet. Thank you. I owe you a big pint again, okay? So sine 60 is equal to CF divided by the distance of 4 feet. So from here, CF is equal to sine 60 times 4 is equal to 3.464. And I will continue this problem tomorrow. No, Thursday, okay?